FBI agents stormed into Karoline Leavitt's home in the dead of night, their knock echoing through the grand estate before the door burst open. Karoline, the 27-year-old secretary to President Donald Trump, stood frozen in her silk nightwear as agents shouted commands. "Step away from the desk. Hands where we can see them." She blinked in shock. What is the meaning of this? But no one answered. 2 agents grabbed her, pulling her away from the very desk where, just hours ago, she had been preparing for an important political briefing. The agents spread throughout the estate, moving with eerie precision. They weren't searching aimlessly, they had a target. Karoline was forced onto a couch as the lead agent fixed her with a glare. "We have a warrant to search the premises. You know why we're here." But she didn't. Not until she saw them uncover a hidden room behind the bookshelf in her office. Inside the secret chamber, agents uncovered locked cabinets, stacks of documents, and a biometric safe. "Open it," the lead agent demanded. With a shaky hand, Karoline pressed her thumb to the scanner. The safe clicked open, revealing classified government files and a burner phone with an incoming message. "The package has been delivered. Awaiting further instructions." The room fell silent. The lead agent read the message aloud, his eyes narrowing. Who sent this? Karoline's mind raced. She had no idea what the package referred to. Then another message flashed on the phone screen. They know. Run. Before she could react, the agent shouted. She's compromised. Take her in. Karoline wasn't going down without a fight. She elbowed one agent, broke free, and sprinted through the hallway as gunshots rang out. A bullet shattered a chandelier above her, but she kept running. Someone had betrayed her, someone close to her. Now, she was the most wanted woman in America. She drove through the night to a secluded cabin, where she found David, her most trusted advisor, sipping whiskey as if he had been expecting her. You got here faster than I thought, he said with a smirk. Karoline's heart pounded. Why did you do it, David? He chuckled, setting down his glass. Because, Karoline, you were getting too close to the truth. The people I work for couldn't allow that. Realization struck like lightning. This wasn't just about her. This was bigger than she had imagined. You set me up, she whispered. You framed me. David leaned forward. Not exactly. I simply ensured you wouldn't interfere. But now that you're here, we have two choices. Either you disappear forever, or you work for us. Karoline clenched her fists. She had spent her life fighting for justice, exposing corruption. Now, she was being asked to join the very forces she despised. After a long pause, she exhaled and nodded. Fine, but I work on my terms. Weeks later, the headlines read, Karoline Leavitt missing, presumed dead. But she wasn't dead. She had assumed a new identity, working from the shadows to expose the real criminals behind her downfall. In the end, the truth was on her side. And this time, she wouldn't just clear her name, she would bring the entire corrupt system crashing down. She spent months gathering intelligence, tracking every corrupt official who had a hand in the conspiracy. With each piece of evidence, the puzzle became clearer. This wasn't just about her. It was about a powerful network of elites controlling politics from the shadows. Every senator, judge, and intelligence officer on their payroll was now on her radar. One by one, Karoline dismantled their operations. Secret meetings were exposed. Offshore accounts were leaked to the press. Even the most untouchable figures found themselves answering to the law. But the real challenge was taking down the puppet master, the one man who had orchestrated her downfall. She followed the trail to an underground facility in Virginia, where David was meeting with powerful figures in the intelligence community. Karoline infiltrated the meeting disguised as a staffer. Hidden in the darkness, she listened as David spoke, unaware that she was mere feet away. "We've neutralized Leavitt. She won't be a problem anymore. The narrative is controlled, and soon, the public will forget all about her." Karoline smirked, stepping forward. "Is that so?" Gasps filled the room. David's face drained of color. "How?" "You underestimated me, David." She raised a small device and pressed a button. "And I recorded everything." The sound of helicopters filled the air as federal agents stormed the facility. Karoline had worked tirelessly to clear her name, but she wasn't just here to prove her innocence. She was here to bring them down. One by one, arrests were made, and the corruption network crumbled under its own weight. Months later, Karoline Leavitt stood on the steps of the Capitol, addressing a sea of reporters. "They tried to silence me. They tried to frame me. But the truth will always prevail." The nation erupted in applause as she exposed the scandal that had nearly destroyed her life. In the end, justice was served. Karoline wasn't just innocent, she was victorious. And with her reputation restored, she set her sights on an even greater mission: to ensure that corruption like this would never threaten America again. But this was just the beginning. The media frenzy continued for weeks, dissecting every aspect of the scandal. People demanded accountability at the highest levels. Karoline, now a symbol of resistance, was personally called to the Oval Office to meet President Donald Trump. He looked at her with admiration. "You didn't just clear your name, Karoline. You saved the country from something dark." "I only did what I had to do, Mr. President." Trump nodded. "Which is why I need you more than ever." He handed her a classified folder. "The deep state isn't done yet." This was just one battle. Karoline took a deep breath and opened the folder. The names inside made her blood run cold. This fight was far from over. She had won the first round, but now she was stepping into a war that would determine the future of America. And this time, she wasn't just playing defense. She was going on the attack.